Well, good morning, Valley. Today on Valley por Vida, we are checking in with a student from Harlingen High School who has big plans for after graduation. We're also learning all about our Rio Grande Valley Vultures. We've got info on different career opportunities and how the team over at Workforce Solutions Hidalgo County can help you. Plus, there's a lot happening across the Valley, and we've got all of those details in our What's Up RGV segment. We've got a lot in store for you, so don't go anywhere. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us this morning. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Well, Workforce Solutions Hidalgo is on a mission to enrich the Lower Rio Grande Valley economic prosperity. They work hard year-round to provide job seekers with the skills that they need to be successful. And we dropped by for, their Upper Valley office to learn more. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Mike Gonzalez, and I'm the Communications Specialist for Workforce Solutions. So some tips for job seekers right now. Really, you want to get started with Work in Texas. If you don't have a Work in Texas account, this is the most important step to fill out in order for you to take advantage of all of the jobs that are available here in the state and in the Rio Grande Valley, which we have plenty of. The second tip that I can offer to job seekers is if you need assistance with Work in Texas, Workforce Solutions can help you with that. Feel free to chat with a representative on wfsolutions.org. We have a live chat feature that is very convenient. It doesn't leave you waiting on a response from a bot. It leaves you with an actual Workforce Solutions representative that can assist you in real time. And this is a great benefit to those who are maybe new to Work in Texas and have questions about how to set it up, the best way to set it up, and maybe some shortcuts that you could potentially take. And the third tip is for employers specifically. If you're an employer out there who has been affected by COVID-19 and could use some funding to potentially train some staff or secure some personal protective equipment, the SDF COVID-19 initiative is just for you. We want you to know that we're here to provide assistance for you in whatever way that we can help.
WF Solutions Hidalgo will continue leading change, connecting people, and improving potential for those in our Rio Grande Valley community. To learn how their team can help you in your career, visit wfsolutions.org. Well, it's time now to dive deep into the heart of our great state with stories from Texas. Some of them are true. RGV professor, radio commentator for Texas Standard, and author W.F. Strong takes us on an adventure in praise of Rio Grande Valley vultures.
I go for walks in the country often this time of year here in the Rio Grande Valley. This is our Goldilocks season. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. We have a perfectly warming sun in the crisp, cool air of winter mornings. I like to walk along a dirt road that has freshly plowed farmland on one side and a deep motte of mesquite and huisache trees on the other. A committee of vultures watches me from atop the tallest of these trees, far away from civilization. That's the official name for a group of vultures, a committee. Sometimes they're also called a venue of vultures. I like that. Based on what I've seen of committees and their venues, I can see the salience of the metaphor. In Texas, these birds are often mistakenly called buzzards. This is common, but it is technically wrong because buzzards are a completely different bird. We don't have buzzards in Texas, though I will admit to calling them that myself growing up. I don't recall referring to groups of birds by their correct labels either, such as murder of crows or covey of quail or flamboyance of flamingos. I still don't. I tend more toward my brother Redneck Dave's lexicon, which is pretty much reduced to the word bunch. He says, you got a bunch of ducks in your yard. And if there's more than that, he says, you got a whole bunch of ducks in your yard. More still are covered by, you got a mighty big bunch of ducks in your yard. Back to the vultures. This committee of vultures, turkey vultures in this case, are perched high up in the trees like undertakers eyeing me, sometimes stretching out their wings to display their impressive 6-foot span. But mostly I'm a curiosity, not a disturbance. They don't fly away. I'm sure I would be much more interesting to them if I were dead. Turkey vultures don't have a lot of fans. Many people see them as disgusting birds that eat disgusting things. They have red heads, they're mostly bald, with faces that only a mother could love, a mother vulture, that is. On the ground, picking through roadkill, they look ungraceful and ragged and ungainly. But in the air, they are, to me, transformed into graceful, heart-stirring masters of the wind. On the ground they are called committees, but in the air they are called kettles of vultures, because in their swirling ride upward on the thermals, they look like bubbles rising in heated water. It is by riding high on the thermals that they hunt for carrion, dead things. They don't do it by sight, they do it by smell. The smell of the decaying animals is carried up by the thermals, and the birds track that smell to the source. Tests have shown that they always arrive on the upwind side of the corpus delicti, and that's how experts know that smell is dominant. Yes, the process to us is gross, but if you consider the scientific name for the turkey vulture, Cathartes aura, they sound noble. It means cleansing breeze. They swoop in on the wind and clean the earth. And they are disinfectors too, consuming anthrax and cholera bacteria and safely removing it. In this case, they are hazmat teams. But my admiration for these magnificent creatures is fully realized watching them in flight. I can sit in my backyard and watch hundreds of them ride up high in the sky like an avian tornado. They're having fun up there. They're not all about carrion, I'm convinced. They're windsurfers, fully elated by the vulture sport they collectively love. The winds do not conquer them. They ride them high into the vaulted blue, cloudless skies. Some, pilots tell us, go as high as 20,000 feet, and they rarely have to flap their wings. They just soar and glide at one with the wind. You can find them all across Texas, along with their slightly smaller cousins, the black vultures, which prefer the eastern part of the state. Together, they are our cleaners, our sanitizers, the avian last line of defense for our most famous slogan, "Don't mess with Texas." I'm W. Strong. These are stories from Texas. Some of them are true.
Again, that was stories from Texas. Some of them are true. Feel free to follow WF Strong and his stories on Twitter or Facebook if you'd like more information. Well, there are so many bright young minds in our RGB community, and our team caught up with one from Harlingen High School. Here's today's Student Spotlight.
Good morning, my name is Richard Loya. I'm a junior currently here at Harlingen High School. Well, here at Harlingen High School, I'm part of the National Honor Society, as well as part of the track and cross country team. Well, being part of the cross country team has been one of the highlights of my year because we went to state as a team for the first time in over 30 years. And I'm also in the Civil Air Patrol, which is we participate in search and rescue, do training around the country, and we also fly some planes. Well, I wanted to join the Civil Air Patrol because I have an interest in the military, and as well as the medical field, so it kind of incorporates both of them in it. Cross country, one of my coaches said I'd be good at it, so I came here to try it out, and I'm having a great time. I've learned a lot. Well, I'd like to thank my family, my grandparents, my uncles, my aunts. They've supported me throughout my entire life. Also, my cross country coaches, Coach Ambris, Coach Jimenez, and Coach Ramos, they've taught me a lot, how to be a better runner and the life skills that I've used every day. And one of the teachers I'd like to thank is Mr. Vega. He always goes above and beyond and makes sure I understand the material and that I'm prepared for the AP test. So my dream job, I want to incorporate both the military and my interest in medicine. So just something along those lines. I'm still open to career options, looking around, but as of now, those are the two things that I'm looking for. Just looking forward to going to senior year, having a great year, having a good foundation, and going to college soon, and just having fun with my friends this year.
Harlingen High School is dedicated to maintaining a campus that ensures high-quality instruction, individualized learning, and encouragement for higher education. For details on how your child can enroll, you can visit their website. Well, it's time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates, but stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back, and we've got details on all things Valley in our latest What's Up RGB segment. That's coming up.